Hello everyone, welcome to the Captain Swan podcast number 52. I'm Serena, save your out on Tumblr, I'm back because Google Hangouts is not being a bitch to me this week. And the people of the Captain Swan podcast are going to introduce themselves now.
Oh shit, I'm first, right?
Yes.
You're first today.
I'm first on Tumblr, and
Hi, I'm Mai, and I'm Moa Reversion Jones.
Hi, I'm Michelle, and I'm to the end of the world of time. And Google Plus is being a bitch to me this week.
Hi, I'm Ro, and I am RG Vortex. Oh no, I'm Ginny. I'm confused now.
You're something. Well, they know who
Yes.
they are. If they don't know who you are at this point, they need to go listen to some old podcast. We're number 52 at this point, guys.
yeah, I should have it down. I'm Stephanie, I'm Bookstore Romantic, and I'm always last.
Yeah, we didn't choose your name, Stephanie. We're sorry.
I know.
So, anyway,
First.
I'm more important than you guys. I'm the boss.
Yes, you are the boss.
Anyway, Elisa is not here today because she has class, I don't know, or she is going to join the Swan Queen Shippers like Stephanie did when she left us. But she recorded her thoughts for you today. Mai, what are you doing with your camera?
No, it kicked me out.
Yeah, she couldn't. She just sent me a text that said she couldn't hear, and I was like, oh god.
Okay.
I'm back.
I was saying, Lisa recorded her thoughts anyway, since she couldn't be here with us. And if you go to our Tumblr, captainonpodcast.tumblr.com, you know the drill, you can hear her thoughts. So, we have a lot of questions today, like a lot.
Well,
I don't
that
think
was
we've ever
an
had
amazing episode.
so
It was
many. So I guess I don't need to remind our listeners that if you want to send us questions, you can do so going on Tumblr. Our Tumblr is captainonepodcast.tumblr.com. You don't need to have a Tumblr account. You can send an anonymous message. We receive it anyway. We read it anyway. So I guess you guys know that because you sent us a lot of questions.
Yeah, and I think
So-
after 52 episodes, they kind of know that.
Well, we do occasionally get new listeners who are not really aware. That does happen
Yeah,
sometimes.
I've received some messages recently, like, oh, I found out about your podcast on Facebook, and we are not on Facebook. So someone on Facebook is talking about our podcast, sending people here. So thank you, Facebook person, for that. Anyway, I think we can start with the questions because they, of course, are about the episode, so we don't want to repeat ourselves. But first, I saw earlier today that the thing we talked about a couple of weeks ago, the Captain Swan T-shirt that they were selling for a charity, they earned a lot of money. The charity got a huge donation for from Captain Swan fans. So that's just
Awesome.
clap for yourself. Also, that the person from the charity who wrote the post seems under the impression that Colin plays someone called Captain Swan.
Yeah, I saw
so-
that.
Which,
Aw.
I mean, it could happen. He could take her name. It would be cool.
Hey, and
Will
knowing him, he
William
totally
take her
would.
name? I think he would. I think he should. I would like that.
Oh, he
I
totally
vote for
would.
Captain
Knowing him.
Swan. I vote for that. Anyway, and the other news from earlier today and yesterday is that Colin and Jennifer will be in Paris in June, like on my birthday.
They're Paris people. Seriously, you get on the phone.
Well, Jennifer will also be at the Vancouver convention like next week, so hopefully she gives us some spoilers. But anyway, I hope it's gonna be. I think it will be fun, the Paris convention. So
Oh yeah, I bet.
if any of our listeners go, you guys need to come to us and tell us all about it. We want a first-person account from you.
Yes.
Anyway, let's start with the questions. So,
Oh, an announcement.
yeah.
This on Monday, this episode was number 10 on iTunes. When was the last time an episode was in the iTunes chart?
The last hook-centric episode, maybe?
Probably.
I have no idea. I never checked. This is the
And
first...
I know because I went to buy it and I found it in the iTunes charts. And they know about it because I tweeted about it and Marin responded. And I got a lot of retweets.
Well, let's be clear. This was the best episode of 4B.
Yes.
Hands down.
Without any
I mean, it
question.
wasn't hard to be better than the other episodes, like the stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's start with the questions in some random order.
Dun, dun, dun.
Anonymous says, I can barely list the amount of things I loved about this episode and Captain Swan in that promo. I mean, we even got some real Scarlet Sass and Scarlet Beauty and Captain Book, kind of, and mentions of Elsa. Like, whoa. I'm gonna go ahead and give it at a 9.5 out of 10. What would you guys rate it as?
Oh, definitely at least a 9.
Yes.
It was, I mean, like you said, it was the best episode of 4B so far. It was one of the best of season 4.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Ro?
Yeah, 9.
9? Okay.
My only problem is if they can do a throwaway line for like Elsa and Blackbeard and all that, why can't we get a throwaway line about Anastasia?
Oh, I know that's making me
throwaway
crazy.
line with Elsa didn't make any sense. How the hell did Elsa, with her ice magic, shrink a ship?
That is what I asked, and my only explanation that I could come up with is that Grandpappy did it for her.
It's gotta be
the trolls have a hand in that. The trolls are like...
other powers.
And how did the stupid mushroom tincture penetrate the bottle and go onto the ship, not onto the bottle?
Fever?
It's a magic bottle.
It's a magic
Okay.
Oh,
Here,
God.
has anyone here seen Frozen Fever? Well, I
Yes.
have.
No.
And she has other flowers in that one.
Yeah, that was weird. I didn't
Don't
understand that.
spoil the Frozen Fever thing for me. I'm gonna watch it like in 2 weeks, hopefully, so we can talk about it then, not before.
It was
Okay.
cute.
Very adorable.
I'm trying to go spoiler free, not for once, but for the
But for
Frozen,
Cinderella.
the Frozen thing. The Vampire Chick with No Fangs says, first off, best episode yet of the season. Second, rate episode 110. We did it. We said 9, more or less. We were very generous. And thirdly, Wet Colin. Hopefully I'll have a better question during the week. What do you think about Wet Colin? Rate it 1 to 10?
I'm on par with
20?
Wet Colin from last episode. Wet Colin 2 episodes in a row.
Yeah, what did we do
them-
to get
but
such wonderfulness?
But one of them is kind of because it's Rumple. It's like
Yeah.
I can't enjoy the
like
Wet
general Wet
Colin.
Colin.
I couldn't enjoy the Wet Colin because I knew it was Rumple. But this time I could enjoy the Wet Colin because it really was killing Jones.
It was like...
And because Ariel was amazing, like, you can take me later.
Although, can we point out that both Joanna and Colin tweeted during that episode, and apparently even with the lighter jacket, he still weighs a ton. And they almost sank when she tried to fish him out.
Can we also point out that there's no way Ariel got him out of the water onto the ship and into his quarters by herself? How did she do that?
I'm assuming well, no, I guess he didn't become conscious. I don't know. Maybe mermaids have like super strength or something.
It's Ariel. Don't question it.
Everyone knows that mermaids have super strength. Like they're like superheroes that way. Question. Colin plus rain, it's hotness. Minus the fact that he was rumpled, less hotness. So mathematically, how hot was he when he was rumpled but he was wet? Like a 7? 8?
8.
Yeah, the other one's a 20.
Okay.
I find it weird that you prefer almost drowned Colin to like evil Colin. Like,
That's nice.
Because when Ariel brings him up, I mean his hair is plastered to his head and he's just soaked.
Yeah.
It's a little more artfully mussed when he wakes up on the Jolly Roger.
Yes.
And it always has to be a drowning. It can never be like a bathtub.
Can we get the bathtub? Come on,
a
people.
pool.
Seriously.
Christina Perry already gave us a bathtub.
I know. Christina knows what we want better than Adam Haddy. Why doesn't Christina write for Once Upon a Time?
Hey, Christina actually gave us shirtless Colin. Like,
She did.
That's why I'm starting a petition, Christina Perry, for executive producer of Once Upon a Time season 5.
Hey, she gave us a lot of Captain Swan. Did you see her tweet?
She would.
Please do not take away Killian's happy ending. I was like,
Yes.
oh, she's one of us.
Question. When in 2 weeks Jennifer is at the Vancouver convention and William Shatner is there, do you think
God.
they'll like fight about Captain Swan?
Oh God.
She should beat him up.
They'll come to blows over it?
She should beat him up.
He's an old man and senile.
She can take him.
No. I've met William Shatner in person. There are a few screws loose. I'm saying this from personal experience.
I have not met him, but I ate at the Shatner building. Because he went to my university.
Chris Pine is hotter anyway.
Seriously. And nicer.
Yeah.
So much hotter.
Oh God, have you seen that post with that has like the 20 fandoms that says that?
Yeah, like when Thor and Emma Swan are deciding how to name their child.
It's
I
charming.
saw that.
It's charming.
Charming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's fine.
Anyway, next question. So, Anonymous wants to know, how does the whole timeline of Ursula and Killian's age work?
Actually, we know it's post Mila, but we're going to do it. We have to assume that since she's kind of a goddess in her own
She
right.
ages differently than other
Yes.
people.
Yeah.
Well, and he says the only time frame we get is he says it's been almost a century, since his love died. So if he was in Neverland 200 to 300 years, he's either halfway or a third of the way through his Neverland
he was
stint.
doing that cake run for Peter Pan.
But we still don't know how they ended up in the land without magic, right?
No, we do
that's
not. Because Ursula says she was banished here. And
But,
presumably
if-
different from the curse, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if like her father banished her here, it's yet another person who knew how to get to the land without magic.
I don't know about father. I think it's related to the whole snowing baby theft.
Possibly.
Really?
But see, Ursula...
Well, because Cruella wound up here too.
Yeah, but
It was
Ursula
separate from
even...
hers.
Ursula even, Killian even says, can you still open portals underwater? And she's like, yeah, I can. And I'm like, why didn't Rumple just ask her to open a portal
Seriously.
instead of messing around with this curse?
He has a one-track mind.
And his Nini, remember? And I thought you're like, have you seen Pitch Perfect? Yes, you're a misogynist at heart, so you never would have come up with this.
Michelle, though, but part of Rumpel's plan was he brought magic to Storybrooke. Like, it wasn't just about getting to the land without magic. It was also about maintaining his power when he did so.
This is true. This is true.
So he didn't just want to get there, he also wanted to keep his power.
And didn't the seer tell him that it would be a curse?
Yep.
Yes.
So he's like all fixated on what the seer told him because, seers always know what's happening.
Except when they don't.
Power.
Okay, you Bested Me Swan asks, best episode of 4B, best episode of season 4 altogether, would it be in your top 5 of all episodes in the entire series?
Yeah.
In the entire series.
Oh God.
Give me your top 5, give it, top 5.
Okay, I go last. I choose going last.
I would say... Can I count the Captain Swan movie as one episode?
Yes,
Yes.
you can.
Yes.
Okay, Captain Swan movie. There's no particular order. I'm going to say Captain Swan movie. I really liked the pilot. Like, I loved the pilot and the season 1 finale. Like, I have to put those in there. The Captain Swan movie. Whiteout this season, I think, is still my favorite. Episode 2.
Mm-hmm.
That means I need another one.
Does anyone want to vote for Dark Hollow?
Me.
Yeah.
I'll vote for Dark Hollow.
How about Good Form?
So
Or
mine
Tallahassee.
would be, yeah, hold on. Mine would be the Captain Swan movie, Tallahassee, Good Form, Dark Hollow, and Heart of Darkness. I really love Heart of Darkness from season 1.
And Snowfalls?
Okay.
One votes for Snowfalls.
Okay, here. Okay, mine.
Snowfalls in with the Captain Swan movie. You get part of it.
Okay, yeah, you're right. We can...
mine.
Didn't you want Ro? Didn't you want to go last?
All right. Ro, where are you?
Here.
Ro?
The season 1 finale, the
Yeah.
Captain Swan movie,
Yeah.
Dark Hollow, Snowfalls, and Good Form.
Okay, mine.
Okay, mine's favorite Captain Swan movie. Then Good Form, Tallahassee, Whiteout, because charming friend girl here, and Red-Handed.
Yes, Red-Handed is good. I also am really fond of Hat Trick, also from season 1.
Hat Trick is great.
Amazing.
I mean, I'd say this
Hat Trick is top 10.
has potential for top 10.
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely
so
not
basically
top
not on the top 5, but maybe on
And
top
then there's
10.
7. I think it's a 7. I think 7. It's a good 7.
Sorry. Okay. We've answered that question. Let's go to the next question. Okay, so I'm not gonna yell because I have a cold, but imagine these questions in all caps. Anonymous wants to know. That was their song playing, right?
At
What?
the end?
I
At
don't
the
know.
I
guess during their scene,
Yes.
I'm
yes.
so bad at figuring out the
Yes, it was.
I didn't notice it at first either. It wasn't until I rewatched it again. It's like towards the very, very end of the scene, but it does
Yes.
play. It's a just
So
slightly
they have
different
a
arrangement.
Yeah, it's the same, but it's different. And that makes no sense, but it's true. Like, it's not the exact same one we hear in the big moments, but it's very similar.
Yeah, it
Honestly,
was.
the only theme I can recognize in the moment is the Evil Queen's theme. Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
Well, it's
You don't
very
recognize the snowing theme? They only play it every 5 seconds.
Not like
I'm the
but like only
same.
after
I
the fact
just
on like rewatch or something.
like I recognize them because I'm a score nerd. So
no, I'm so bad at that. Especially the snow team. I don't the slow teams. I don't even notice them. So yeah, the Evil Queen theme is the one I notice because it's loud.
and so in your face.
Yeah. So yeah, basically that's for me as well. So Anonymous wants to know, what do you guys thought of the scene where Emma defended Killian from her parents?
Perfect.
It was
Yep.
awesome.
It was everything we wanted from a long time ago. And so on, we deserved that scene from a long time ago. And
I
honestly,
love how people are like, oh, but she's calling him Hook. This is
Ugh.
clearly
She
like
always calls him
backtracking in
Hook.
their relationship.
No, people,
No.
no.
honestly,
He is
people
both.
Hook to other
Like,
people.
Yes,
And
she does call him
This
Hook
is
to
the
other
same
people.
people that think that August is a viable candidate.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
What? For what?
How
I
many
love you,
No.
fandom, but you need to calm down and take things down like 3 notches. Just chill.
10 notches.
So, what did you think of their Snowy's overreaction? Like, oh my God, Emma, you're going evil.
Oh,
Like,
God.
seriously, it's so stupid. Like, you call Regina every 5 seconds and she's murdering that shitload of people. And for
Yeah.
somebody who was actually abused by Rumble, oh, you're going so evil. Like, seriously?
But mostly the reaction to Emma, because I can even understand the reaction to Killian because he actually did do bad things in the past. But Emma has never done anything, and at the first it's like they don't even know her. She
Yeah.
threatens to punch people in the face once every 5 minutes.
Seriously,
she's-
she's surviving.
she's-
saw to a
she's-
tree in the second episode.
Okay.
Charming's daughter.
Charming, she is Charming's daughter. Charming punches people all the time. Remember Whale?
Yep.
He just punched him in the face because he slept with Snow during the curse. I mean, come on.
That is about like,
He needed to get it out of his system. And then they could
Sometimes-
just talk about
seriously.
it.
Sometimes
Like,
you just gotta
okay.
punch someone in the face. It's okay.
Okay. No,
It
it's
is okay
kind
if you're
of
charming.
But for Charming, it's not that character to be all freaked out. Cause like, Charming is not normally that freaked out. Snow is, but Charming is normally more calmed down, and he knows Emma, and he knows how unlike Emma is to him.
There's a lot less of David Nolan in Charming than there is of Mary Margaret in Snow.
But actually, from the flashbacks, we are finding out that it's not Mary Margaret. Snow is just the worst. Like this new retconned Snow is just the worst. She thinks her fetus is evil. It's like, oh my God. You aren't willing to call Regina evil, but your baby in the womb is evil. Like, get a grip.
Seriously, that's
and
what pisses me
Spoiler,
off.
Serena. Spoiler.
That's what pisses me off about this storyline, because it could potentially be an okay storyline, but they're making Snow this, oh my god, he's gonna turn evil!
But here's the
And
thing
then,
that doesn't make sense though, is that this shouldn't just be coming up now. If this was a thing, when Snow was pregnant
Right?
with Emma, they should have been there should have been signs of this all along, and there just weren't. And now it's suddenly a thing, and I'm like, wow.
It's a thing
retconning
now.
everything.
It's a thing now because it's retconning. Yeah, I mean, if they really did this evil thing to Maleficent, why were they able to go through the door, Glinda's door? It's like, no, you're just making it up now, so Regina looks better and not buying it. Not
Yeah, right.
buying it at all.
Nobody's actually buying it.
Yeah.
No.
But I did love this charming part of that sneak peek. It was so adorable.
Aw.
Okay, we can talk about it later. Liam S. Jones wants to know what did you think about the Killian and Ursula scenes?
Perfect.
Yeah, they were really great.
In the flashback or in the present day?
Both.
Either, both.
How cute
I
was
really liked
young
young
Ursula?
I thought she was really
She
good.
was so
she was
cute.
adorable.
She was the greatest. Like,
I love that she
hi,
gave
I love
herself
you.
tentacles. She's like,
Yep.
I'm gonna be a badass
Okay.
now.
That
And
was a part.
badasses have tentacles.
Yeah.
That's like the
But
worldwide badass sign.
Here-
I'm sorry,
here's where-
but what?
here's where
That
I'm
was the
confused.
best.
I'm confused because she takes her father's trident and turns herself into an octopus, and she's like, well, now I'm more powerful than you. I'm like, honey, you needed your dad's trident to turn yourself into this thing. How are you more powerful than him?
Where did the trident
It's in
go?
the
Like, did it
moment,
disappear?
okay?
I didn't see. Like,
Did she take it with her?
Teenage rebellion.
see either of them
But
with the
you
trident
have
after
to
she used
admit-
it on herself.
That was amazing. Like, you don't need to protect me, father. You need to fear me. I was like, oh.
No, and I
Yes.
totally agree with the sentiment. I'm just saying that, you needed your dad's trident to even do this to yourself in the first place. So how is he more powerful than you? I'm confused.
Maybe her form is more powerful because he needs the trident to be powerful, and now she's powerful
She
by
like
herself.
absorbed. She absorbed the trident power. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe.
Probably something
Oh.
like that.
And by the way, we found out that the Ursula from Ariel, the one that appeared to Regina, was not this same Ursula. This Ursula is named after her.
Yeah.
So that's apparently how they're explaining it.
Well, at least they explained
Which is
something.
cool.
If only they could explain what happened to Anastasia,
Oh boy.
You're not gonna mention that until we
We-
get an explanation, right?
Well, they can't do that unless they give Will Scarlet more than 5 seconds of screen time. I was all excited
But,
that he
hey,
was actually going to
I'm
do
sorry.
something, and then,
They
never
mentioned
mind.
Elsa in they mentioned Elsa in one sentence. They can do the same.
Until we know about what happened to Anastasia, you should change your icon on Google Plus to like a milk cartoon with her face to raise awareness.
Oh, don't tempt me because you know I'll do it. Don't tempt me.
I know you'll do it. I want you to do it.
See, I think we might get an explanation. Well, this would be spoilers. Never mind. I'll mention it later.
Okay, let's go to the next question. Let's see. Anonymous says, can we talk about that model ship on the mantle behind Captain Swan during the declaration? Because feelings. This is in all caps. What do you think it means? How deep do you think the meaning goes besides for obvious Jolly Roger references?
They're always putting ships and pirates around Emma. There
Yeah.
was one on the mantle
they're
in the
not-
house where they broke into with Lily in like what, episode 5 or something this
Yeah.
season.
Since in the pilot, like, you are not subtle at all. Like, seriously, you are not subtle at all.
No. I mean, there were those. What were those pirate flags in the scene with Ingrid at the amusement park or whatever?
Yes.
I thought that's what it was.
Okay, so next question. Anonymous says, the only thing that bothered me was that Killian didn't actually do the most horrendous thing to ever exist. Not having the worst he's done. I mean, sure, it was in a fit of rage and he should have controlled himself, but I wasn't horrified. They so overhyped this part. Like,
I think,
what's new?
I'm
What's
sorry, but
new? Adam had you overhyping something?
Yeah,
But
I think
let's
too.
face it. What if this was the absolute worst? then he's still technical. Then he still lives down and the other guy. He's an idiot, but he's still deep down a good guy. Regina and Rumble on their worst are killing people for fun. He's
They're
still
mass
helping.
murderers.
Like, killing Joe's at his worst is trying to help a girl with her voice, and the only reason he stopped was because he thought he lost his shot at revenge. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it was a fit of rage, but his first instinct was to help her, even when her father offered him that hink.
yeah.
Yes,
I honestly thought that moment was gonna be like he was gonna reveal it, and then he was gonna take her voice, but then he told her
No.
about it, and I was like, oh,
Yeah,
I love you.
I was waiting for him to double cross her, and it never happened. It was like,
Because then he's not that guy. He's just not. And the
yeah, but
haters keep trying to say that he is.
because it's been months now that Adam had have gone. Oh, it crushes her soul. It's the worst thing ever. Cry for me, Argentina. I don't know.
They're clearly channeling the promo monkeys who tried to get us to believe that Hook was worse than Rumple once upon a time. It was
I
awful.
remember that. That's hilarious.
And we're
Well,
all
I
like,
think
yeah, no.
to a mermaid, the thing taking a voice is probably the worst
Well,
thing
it did
anyone
crush
can
her
do.
soul. It did crush her soul because it was the last thing she had of her mother. So, in that case, they didn't completely overhype it. What they overhyped was the, oh, this is his darkest moment yet. Like, seriously? He's going on the supply run for Pan, and he's still helping on the mermaid.
Dude,
For cake.
taking Aurora's heart and giving it to Korra is way worse than what he did to Ursula.
Way worse.
Seriously?
He gave it back.
Well, I know he got it back, but that's what I'm saying is that
He gave the
almost
voice
every
back,
single
too.
time, almost every
Eventually.
single time they've shown him screwing up on screen, it then gets corrected. Unlike Rumple and Regina, whose murder victims cannot be resurrected. They can't make that
Yeah.
right.
He can
And-
unpick that butcher.
What?
You can't
When he
what?
Thunder?
You know when he turned that man into a pig? Like he can unpig him.
Yes.
That's a new word.
Oh my god, I was like, wait, what?
I was like, what?
Huh?
Unpig. I just made it up.
All right, we follow now. We're with you.
Look for it in the dictionary soon.
I'm pink.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I've often wondered if maybe Hook has the same prejudice against mermaids that Rumple does for the fairies.
Well, he said, I mean, that's one of the first things he said in Neverland. He said mermaids can't be trusted.
Yep.
So he clearly has had bad run-ins with them,
That's so
before.
racist.
But can we talk about how at the end of the flashback, Poseidon was like, give me the shovel, her voice. Killian was like, no. And Poseidon was like, okay, and left. And
I know, right?
didn't bother him again
I was
ever.
like-
because
I
the ship
was
was
like-
never sunk or anything.
I was like, Killian Jones, are you a fucking crazy person? You just threatened the god of the sea twice. He could stomp you like a bug if he wanted to. Are you insane?
But
Yes,
Poseidon
and-
was just like, okay. And
Yeah,
then-
he's just like, okay, whatever.
What
And
the hell
I'm
is
like,
this?
what?
It's
I
too
mean, he
pretty
could have
to be
frozen
stabbed.
him. He literally could have frozen Killian and taken the shell. Just that easily, but no. I'm like,
He
wait,
could have turned Killian into a sea slug and
seriously.
taken it. But no.
He wouldn't do that to us.
I mean,
He knows he's too pretty to be to become a slug. I almost made up a new word. I was almost he's too pretty to be slugged.
Well, slumped is actually a word. I don't know
yes,
what.
look,
But
this
this
word.
is a new meaning for an old word.
Oh my god.
Okay, let's see the next question. Okay. Anonymous once I think Anonymous reads your blog, Michelle,
Oh.
and he or she says, You guys probably discussed Michelle's Captain Swan wedding on the Jolly Roger theory by now, but just let's
Oh
all
no. My theory
take
isn't married.
take a moment to fantasize about the gloriousness in our minds. A moment of silence, please. In particular, I was just doing a moment of silence.
Honestly,
In particular, am thinking about the tears of millions of international fangirls and boys, thank you, that may or may not create another ocean whilst the ceremony goes down. Bye.
actually, my first thought was
I think this may be the
marriage.
greatest message we've ever received. Thank you, Anonymous.
Okay.
Yes, thank you,
I wasn't
Anonymous.
actually thinking marriage. My first thought was they can have sex on the Jolly Roger.
That was everybody's first thought.
It's
But
like
yeah.
everybody. Like, oh my god, the Jolly Roger's back in Storybrooke. We can send them there now.
Nightcap.
Exactly, they never got it, so now's the time.
And he has his own place now. Yes, yeah. And it would be a lot more meaningful if it wasn't the Jolly Roger.
Yeah, and
I was
she's gonna-
killing Brittany with Giggle Swan with feels after the episode. She hated me. I loved it.
Okay. Do you guys have any comments about the episode? I think we don't have any other non-spoiler requests.
I have. Okay.
Yeah.
I love Cruella's comment. I like this car. I love this. This Scrabble is much better than the Timber.
Oh, speaking of which, you know how last week we were wondering why August wasn't wood still? Now we know why. Because they wanted to wait to do it this week so that we could see his nose grow, which was hilarious and awesome.
I was kind of like questioning. I was like, okay, Rumpel, why the hell did you turn him back into wood? To then make it, if it's like so temporary, but then the nose started doing the thing, and I was like, I see, I am on board with this torture now. This is fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys want to talk about the Regina and Robin Hood subplot?
No.
I can't because I may fall asleep, but you guys can go ahead.
Nothing.
I might puke.
Dumb.
Well, one thing I will say about it, it's amazing how Regina will mock Emma's former profession, like whatever you did as a bail bonds person, but when she actually needs help to find somebody...
That's Regina's MO! She mocks until she actually needs, and it's like, you should do this for me. I'm not even going to apologize for mocking you, but you should do this for me. And also, I killed so many people you love, so...
The only reason they even put that in there is to remind people, yes, Robin still exists. Yes, we're going to get back to him. You'll see him later. And that was all. That was the only reason to have it there.
Let's face it. Nobody who's not a Regina fan cares about Robin.
Although we did get the hilarious bit with Maleficent, having trouble sleeping. That was funny.
Yeah, and... Well, I really liked Emma in this episode, just as she was just busting in there and saying, "I'm here for my friend, bitch."
Bitch.
Yeah, and then she was like this close to taking Ursula out if something had happened to Killian. So.
Yes.
You go, girl.
And then her sigh of relief. It was amazing. The sigh of relief.
And the way
I'm good at surviving, or maybe you're bad at killing.
Yeah.
What did you guys think of the Hood and Swan reunion?
It was okay.
Very brotherly.
I'm still angry at August, so
yes.
I don't care.
Emma doesn't seem to have
anyone
the
who's
grudge.
worrying about it should rewatch the final scene. Anyone who's worried about August coming back, yes, do yourself a favor and rewatch the final scene.
It's because Natalie Abrams trolled the fandom as soon as the August news came out. And people are stupid enough to fall for her bait.
But seriously, why do people even listen to that person?
I don't know.
I am
I
being a
think
nice person on the air.
I think she just tweeted. I saw that she just tweeted about eating Ray Palmer because even a broken clock is right twice a day. I think they say
Boy,
that.
she's
Well,
a
I
right.
hate Ray Palmer too, but
Yeah, that's even she can be right, but she more often is wrong.
Well, honestly, who doesn't hate Ray Palmer? The guy's kind of.
Mark. Okay, let's
But he's an
go.
idiot.
I'm sorry for
Strong
mentioning Ray
point.
Palmer. If anyone wants to listen to the Captain Swan podcast after hours, we will be bitching about Arrow. But let's go back.
Yes,
Like,
because
talk
of movie
about
original.
Belle trying really hard not to laugh when they were talking about the size of Killian.
Yes.
yes, that was funny. Although you have to admit that Hook and Ursula totally walked in while Belle and Will were making out.
Oh dear.
They kind of deserve that.
Yeah, but I think it's sad. After everything that Killian and Belle have been through, she doesn't know it's the real him.
But I love
Well,
the moment.
can
Like,
we-
now you question me? Now?
Can we talk
I
about
mean,
that?
Emma didn't either, so I am not inclined to be too hard on.
Yes. Yes, I mean, it was understandable because she didn't know that Rumble passed her back. Like, if that happened to me and my psychotic ex-boyfriend pretending to be my new friend, I would be kind of iffy about it, too.
Oh, by the way, from that ask earlier, are we calling them Captain Book? Because I thought we were calling them
Captain Beauty.
Beauty. Okay.
Yeah.
Captain Beauty.
Captain Beauty.
PSA, it's Captain Beauty. For everyone who's listening, not Captain Book.
I still say Captain Book because Captain Beauty just implies the other thing, and
Oh, is this as one queen, savior queen kind of thing?
in
Are
my
we
head
doing
it
that?
is. In my head it is.
Are we doing that?
Oh dear.
This is one queen fandom levels of okay.
Oh my God. They're crazy.
What do we need to talk about?
Well-
Do you guys want to talk about the Captain Swan scene? Did you guys have
No,
any?
I have
Which
not
one?
watched it. Like,
The big one.
Well, yeah, there's the big
Presumably.
one.
One.
I also really liked the bit in the first bit in Rumpel's shop
Yes.
when they're telling Belle that Rumpel's back, and she's like, I ain't got the dagger. Killian's got the dagger, and Emma immediately figures out what's going on, and then Killian gets angry, of course, because his nemesis is back, and she's like, hey, slow down. If you stabbed him, then you'd be the dark one, and that would be bad.
Oh,
So I
did
appreciate
you
that.
guys read those hilarious false script leaks?
Yes.
And
that
it's
was
like,
so stupid.
oh, Emma stabs Rumpel, she becomes the Dark One, and Killian is not in the finale at all. It's like,
Oh,
okay,
and
try
Bagel Fire was
harder.
back. And Bagel
Right.
Fire was back.
Oh, sure.
And
Yeah.
he was the one that gave Emma the
How could I forget Bagel Fire?
And Regina and Robin are now Snow and Charming.
Yeah.
What?
Oh my god. It's true.
That was the actual
I
thing that
forgot
she said.
And what else? Oh,
I did not read these pages, so.
speaking of Bagel Fire, someone pointed out to me that this is the 1 year anniversary of his death because he died. He died in episode 15 last year, and it's 15 now. So a moment of silence for Rose Zelina makeup. For Ro losing that bet.
It was
Oh,
so
boy.
great.
If you guys are just tuning in and you were not here last year when the death rumors went on, Ro lost a bet and he had to dress up
He
like
was in the
Zelina.
Neil. He was in the Neil.
In the Neil, yeah, the Neil was a thing.
Yes,
Anyway.
I learned my lesson. Never again.
we should have had an epic bet this year, but what could we have bet on? Like, will Snowing be the worst? Yes.
Will
So
Regina be retcon? Yes.
Yes. Will Robin be boring? Yes. It's like
And
it's not
idiotic.
a-
Don't forget idiotic, because she's also idiotic.
Yeah,
We'll
Will
see.
Mike recount about Anastasia? Yes.
Hmm.
we are so predictable now. Adam and Hattie
Yeah.
are so predictable now.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I will say this though: it's great that Hook is taking a page out of his girlfriend's book, like trying to give Ursula her happy ending rather than treat her like the enemy, because that's a good way of going into this arc. I feel.
Yeah.
Okay,
Can
let's
we-
go.
Can
Let's
we
go
have
like it is. Ariel had the best line of the entire show.
yeah, can
Because
we have a
villains
round
go
of
about-
applause for Ariel?
Yay.
Yes, because it was like, because villains always go about it the wrong way. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, and she's not.
I'm sorry, the Google sound effects thing is so delayed. I don't know what's in. I press it and then like 5 minutes later the applause starts. Like now it works. Now
But we
it
have to say that line was her knocking sense into Killian after he had his little, pointing the pistol at Ursula. Not that I blamed him, because she did kind of, he tried diplomacy and then that didn't work, so he, lost his temper. So I don't, I understand why he did it, but he also recognized it as something he shouldn't have done and felt bad about it afterwards. So that's progress.
Unlike
Yeah.
somebody who doesn't realize that he does shit wrong.
Okay, but I'm just thinking about the evil queen protecting Robin, and it's the most ridiculous shit. Anyway, let's not talk about that. I might fall into a boredom coma.
Let's talk about the big scene at the end. Let's
Yeah.
talk about that.
Let's
Oh,
talk about
no.
that.
Do you want to cry?
Did you guys
I wanna cry.
did you guys think it sounded like Emma was fishing for compliments at the end when it was like, "Oh my God, what is your happy ending? I have no idea."
No, I
This
honestly
is
thought,
con-
I honestly, come on, this is Emma. Emma has never been someone's happy ending. She's always been a second, third choice. She's always been the one
I
that's
know,
been
I
screwed
know,
over.
even
So,
her own
she
mother,
So
even her,
she was literally, and she was so afraid of what Killian was gonna say. And then when he's like, "It's you," her face was like, she started crying. I mean,
I think she was afraid, but cautiously hopeful,
yes,
because he's been pretty solid, and she's had no reason to distrust him. But a happy ending is like this big huge thing, and she's like,
she's never been
Yeah,
there before.
she was really afraid he was gonna say that his happy ending was Granny's hamburgers. I don't know.
Granny's lunch special.
Okay.
But
Well,
yes,
he
it
Well-
was a beautiful scene.
he did just get the Jolly Roger back, so maybe she thought it was
Well,
getting
she
there.
doesn't know that though. At
Yeah,
that point,
she
she didn't know
didn't.
that.
Ooh, she will.
Well, she'll know. She'll
mean,
know
she'll
when they
know-
go.
She'll
When-
know soon, but she doesn't. And in that precise moment, she didn't know. So to have him stand there and say that she's his happy ending after everything they've been through and all of
after
the
everything she's been through.
yes,
Yeah, and getting it back does not diminish what he gave up in the first place.
no,
Exactly,
that
people.
needs to stop.
I know there's been the fight about the fandom, but the fact that he got it back by being a hero. By
Yes.
wanting to give back Ursula her happy ending. That's a good thing. It's not like he went and stole it back. No, he gave it,
Yeah,
he got it back because it was part of Ursula's happy ending.
He gave it up as a hero and got it back as a hero. Period.
And now Rumple's team has one less member. One less mean
Yay.
girl.
He wasn't all that mean. She was listening to opera at the beginning of the episode.
Seriously.
Okay.
Honestly, she wasn't. She was like, we don't know about Cruella or Ursula, but neither of them seem to be like really mean. Like, I think like the worst thing that they've shown us is them kidnapping Belle. Seriously. Which I can guarantee was probably Maleficent's idea.
Okay, so do you guys have any last comments on the episode? Can we start with the spoilers?
Let me think. The
I
episodes need more charming. And I mean charming without snow, okay?
I'm
And
looking
I need
forward.
more Captain Charming, okay? Give me my Captain Charming. What happened to
I knew
Captain
we were
Charming?
promised Captain Charming, and now suddenly there's no Captain Charming.
Seriously.
well,
And I need Charming standing up to Snow. Like, Snow's the one that's making all the shitty decisions. I'm like, Charming, you're smarter than this. Come on. You wanted to tell Emma since the beginning. Yes, tell her. Very frustrating. As a Charming fan.
so
Yeah.
what do you guys think about this whole needing to turn the Savior dark to change the book?
I'm hoping we find out more about it this week.
It's,
Yes.
I
I have a whole theory.
It's
Yeah, she
better. Maybe we'll start with the spoilers then, since it's about.
Okay, final moment about the episode. I
Yeah.
love the fact that this show, because okay, this show has a lot of faults. We all know that. But I love showing that Ursula's happy ending wasn't anything romantic. It was getting her voice back, I mean her sense of self, and her father back. It was family. It was getting her family and herself back. So that was beautiful. Because her happy ending wouldn't be complete if it was just her voice. Her happy ending was getting her father to admit that he was wrong, and then getting him back. And that was beautiful.
Speaking of which, I want to know what Ariel said to Poseidon to get him to come with her.
I mean,
Seriously.
come with me if you want to see your daughter again. Should work, hopefully.
It was so quick because not only did you have to go get Poseidon, get back, and then Hook and Poseidon had to go up to Gold's cottage. How does Hook even know where the fucking cottage is? He apparently dried off on the way.
Yeah,
Like,
he was
that was
significantly
really
drier.
Short, squashed time frame there.
Oh, anyway, let's start the spoiler section then.
Dun,
Yes.
dun, dun.
Foghorn, I love it.
This is the sound effect called drama.
And then what the magic is, I just finished saying it and it came on, and I was like, wait.
Okay, so the question you asked earlier was, what do you think of the whole trying to turn the Savior dark? And I will say it's more interesting and it makes more sense than everything else about this author plot. So I'm giving 1 thumbs up to this development.
Okay, and here's the thing. So here's something I posted on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That 4A started out really good and went really bad. So I'm hoping that 4B started really bad and it's gonna get really good. I hope so.
Well, I
Hopefully.
wouldn't say it started
sorry.
badly. I'd say it started slowly and kind of boringly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, bad is boring. I'm sorry. In TV shows, if it's a boring episode, it's a bad episode. Let's face it.
Well, I do
Especially
like
a dramatic TV show, you know?
I do like this author's storyline a little bit more now that we know that Emma is involved.
Yes.
Okay, so we still have some questions that are
Oh, dear.
spoiler. Hooked on Killian for Life 28 wants to know, how do you think Emma will find out her parents' secret?
Oh, God.
Yeah,
Well,
I
it's
can tell
gonna
her.
be
revealed.
It's clearly going to happen this week.
Yeah, because we find out about it this week.
Yeah.
Probably
So,
Maleficent. Because, okay,
or she has
let's
some
face
sort of nightmare or something.
no,
I
but
don't know.
let's face it. When it's a secret, in this kind of shows, when it's a secret and you don't find out about it from the source, it's even worse. So she's not gonna find out about it because Charming and Snow tell her. She's gonna find
No.
out about it because somebody else tells her.
I'm still banking on Cruella saying something like cryptic, and then she's like, well, "What the hell?"
Yes.
But see, there's this whole sleeping spell thing. Like Maleficent's putting the whole town under a sleeping spell, so it makes me wonder if there's some like weird side of if that's part of the whole make the savior dark thing, and they try to like corrupt her in her dreams or some nonsense. I don't know.
No, I think the turning the town to sleep is just because they want to look for something without.
They're looking for the door.
Oh, that's right. They are looking for the door.
I mean, I would assume they put the whole town to sleep so they can do a thorough search for the door. And the press release says that Regina is leading them on a wild goose chase.
True.
Yeah,
Now we know of.
So now that we know that the author is in the book, do you think that's where everyone else is in the finale?
Maybe.
Inside the book. Maybe.
Yeah.
And somebody on Tumblr pointed out something really interesting today. Like, why hasn't anyone thought about the fact that if the author is locked in the book, maybe it has a good reason for being locked up in the book?
Yeah, I don't think the author's. I think the author's sketchy. And that would also explain why Henry doesn't get sucked in, because he's not in the book. Emma and Killian are now in the book. I bet if they hadn't gone back in time, they wouldn't be in the book at all, and they wouldn't have got sucked in. But since they did, they're going to get sucked in as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's better than getting sucked into the hat.
But Henry won't, so he has to find another way to get there.
Okay.
Hey, what if Pinocchio is also safe? Because August added the story. It's not originally in the book.
Well, August isn't going to be August much longer.
I don't even know how it makes
yeah.
sense. If August can add a story, it can modify a book. How is it a fixed thing? I mean, we already know it is not a fixed thing because Hammond Hook changed it in the season 3 finale. And what I'm trying to say is why that makes no sense. I don't understand.
They have a lot. They have a lot of explaining to do with this author thing before it really makes sense.
Season 1 were pre-existing. He just put them into Henry's book. Like, the author has more than one book.
Yeah, but August was making the pages. Remember?
Yeah, I thought they showed August making the pages.
Yep.
I don't know. We know he was looking for the author, and he apparently knew where the author was.
Okay, it makes no sense, so let's just go to the next question from Anonymous. They say, I just want to know if you think that Emma is going to go dark, and how long do you think it will last if she does go to the dark side. I think she will never go to the dark side in the normal timeline. I think when Regina fucks up whatever she's going to fuck up in the finale, and the alternative universe that I think they're doing, where villains get happy ending and villains are heroes and blah blah blah, that's when we're gonna get evil Emma, when it's all modified. But in the normal timeline, normal Emma with all her free will and whatever, no, she's not going evil.
Well, and we have the spoiler pictures from 420 where she looks, pretty okay, and she's snuggling up to her pirate when they get back, so clearly she's fine.
But she's clearly still pissed at Snowwind, so whatever happens in the finale, that's what's gonna have them reconcile, like what happened
Seriously,
in the season 3 finale.
maybe they should stop making troubles between the
See,
Snowing
I don't-
family and have them reconcile in the finale. Like,
I
seriously,
don't see. That's the thing. I don't want that. I don't want this thing that happens in the finale with the alternate universe, to have Emma just magically forgive her parents for this huge violation that they did to her. If they did what I think they did to her, then they fucked around with her free will, and that's not cool. And that's going to take a long time to rebuild that trust. And so I don't want it to just magically go away.
Since Charming has a lot more trust with Emma, but Snow has like basically no trust. So Snow and Emma have basically no trust.
Charming might have more trust, but I'm sorry, Mai, but Charming is being a doormat.
Yes.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm so pissed at Charming being a doormat.
Like,
that's what I'm pissed off about.
I mean, there's backing Snow up on her stuff, and then there's calling Snow out on her shit, and Charming is not calling Snow out on her crazy, illogical craziness.
That's what makes me so pissed off, because in the first episode, I was like, no, we should tell her the truth. And then we're going to tell her the truth, and then Snow backed up, and it was like, really? Really?
I get the feeling that Snow's gonna be demoted back to Mary Margaret pretty soon.
Yeah. David too, I think. David too, I think. And yeah. I don't know. What about the sneak peek? Like, what?
Okay, number of hands. Who thinks the middle name is creepy?
No, we're talking about the other one, the Snow and Charming.
No, I was talking about the unicorn one. I think the unicorn clearly shows them what's already in their hearts. So Charming is like, oh, my baby's gonna be perfect, and Snow is like, oh, my baby's gonna be the Antichrist. And, but wearing a really cute dress, like the Antichrist, but with fashion sense.
As someone pointed out, the dress they have Abby Ross wearing in that scene looks a lot like Buttercup's dress in The Princess Bride.
Yes.
First sign of teenage rebellion, ripping out your mother's heart.
One thing, in the press release, they talked about, like, adopted parents and, like, adoption agents and stuff.
That is the same. That dude is the same dude who played Lily's dad in 4 or 5.
So that's for Baby Maleficent. We see how Lily gets to the Land Without Magic for sure in this episode. It has nothing to do with young Emma.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, originally we thought that the adoptive father, Lily's adoptive father, was in a scene with young Emma, but they're definitely two different things.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, next question. The vampire chick with no thanks asks, we see in the Canadian promo Emma sleeping on and also slumbering Killian. We also know Mal does a sleeping spell on the town. So any prediction on the scene, on how the scene will play out when we see how Captain Swan managed to perfectly lay together when this spell occurs, or maybe this is just them napping.
It's hard. It's them during the spell. It has to be.
Yeah.
But it's hard to tell if that's like her office or if that's that couch in the loft or where they are.
Yeah, I just know they're adorable.
I think it's the couch in the loft, because also in the Canadian promo they show Killian telling Emma what Ursula said, and I'm pretty sure they're in the loft.
No, they are in the loft.
So that's probably like right after Emma finds out that, hey, Rumple's trying to turn my heart dark. Oh my god, panic, Snow's panicked. And then Maleficent does the sleeping spell on the town, and let's all go to sleep, snuggle up with my pirate. They're probably like quietly talking over there while her parents are in on the opposite side of the room, also quietly, furtively talking, conspiring, and then boom, sleeping spell.
Yeah, but what I'm wondering...
Earl? Sorry, Earl, what were you saying?
what I'm wondering is what this spell actually does. Like, if they use Maleficent's baby to maybe transfer any of the potential for darkness
That
that
is
Snow's baby might have.
No,
That
it's
is
Michelle's
exactly
theory.
what I said. That's my theory.
Michelle's theory.
That they take
Michelle,
that.
creepy.
take it away. Take it
That
away,
they-
Michelle.
That they steal Maleficent's kid, and they take after the unicorn thing. They steal Maleficent's kid. They go to the apprentice, and they take Emma's potential for darkness, put it on poor innocent Lily, and then send Lily through to the land without magic, thinking, "Oh, problem solved." You know, we're forcing our kid to be good, and then Rumple, when Lily comes back, Rumple can then take that darkness that Lily got artificially and put it back in Emma. Boom. The author can do his
Yeah.
thing.
This is so gross. Well,
I know, it's like a huge violation of free will and stuff. It's like really messed up if that's really what happened.
Yeah, but to
terrible.
be fair,
This is terrible.
Well-
Adam and Hedy are terrible for thinking of it.
But we know the secret is related to free will. I mean, Ginny said it in an interview.
Yeah.
Like, we know it's about free will. Like, it's for sure.
yeah,
they
I mean,
thrust
I really
Emma's
don't want to
potential
talk
darkness
about this.
onto
Can we
Vanderbilt.
talk about puppies?
That will be in episode 18 when we have Pongo back and the Cruella Central.
Coral.
yeah.
I really hope Pongo isn't like her boyfriend who got turned into a dog or something. That's
I
what
hope
happened.
he is her boyfriend.
Bestiality, Michelle. Bestiality. Seriously.
I said, well, never mind.
Say no to bestiality, Michelle.
Anyway, let me read the last comment. Anonymous says, "My cheeks hurt from smiling so much during your most recent podcast. You guys rock." This is our
Yay.
last questions. Oh my god. How many
They must have
questions?
liked you as moderator, Michelle.
Yes, apparently.
This is a betrayal, Anonymous.
Well, if my computer never cooperates ever again, then you might be stuck, Serena.
Okay, so any last comments?
Okay.
Are we still
And
talking
then I
about
still think-
spoilers?
I still think the name is creepy as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
Henry
think it's
Daniel.
creepy.
Daniel.
I'm
Well,
sorry,
I mean,
Stephanie.
I think it's perfectly predictable and it makes total sense for Regina.
See, that's the thing. Henry's name already was creepy because she totally named her son after the dad she murdered. So it was
Yeah, if
already
anything,
creepy.
having his middle name be the guy that she loved is less creepy than having it be the man
No,
she
it's
murdered.
even more creepy. Like,
It's
it
just
makes it
doubling
more
down on the creepy.
Yeah, like Daniel. I mean, if his name was just Daniel, it'd be okay. But Henry Daniel, it's creepy.
I don't know.
I want to know what Emma's middle name is so Snow can put on Emma, insert name Swan. I'm your mother and you will listen to me.
I don't think she has one. Because
Yeah,
she's
she-
the only reason her last name is Swan is because that's the family that first took her when she was an infant. And they only know her name's Emma because that's what was on her baby blanket when Charlie put her through the wardrobe.
Isn't the headcanon that her middle name would have been Ruth?
I don't
Yes.
like that name.
I don't like it
Charlie's
either.
mother?
Yeah, no. It's a little too
It's better than
Bible-y
Mumford.
for
But
me.
then
It's
if
an
they were
old
gonna
lady name.
I mean, if they were gonna name their daughter after their dead moms, then her name should be Ava Ruth. And it's not.
Oh,
Or Emma.
Emma Leopold.
It could be Leah instead of Leo. No, that would be nice. Anyway,
Let's just rename them all the characters.
I'm
Well,
just
in the original pilot, Emma was called Anna.
Emma, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
that
just
would've gotten
gonna
confusing when
start
Frozen
calling
came.
Killian John from next week, just to keep you on your toes. John.
Come on, it has to make sense. Leo made sense.
John.
Jane.
John.
What can we call
Let's
What?
just
What we
call
could-
him.
We just don't call her.
Queen, queen.
Every time we need to mention her, we just make a rude noise. Okay, so if you guys don't have any other comments, I think we can end this podcast here. Thank you everyone for listening, and we will be back next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.